Head over to MatchaMarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Matcha. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here, and today in this series of Rediscovered Treasures, games I forgot I loved, today we're taking a look at Matcha, and we're not just looking at the old version, in fact a new version came out. This is a 2-player tactical micro game. It only has 18 cards in it. It's very quick, 15 minutes is about all it takes, and it's about a tea ceremony. So let me give you a quick overview of how it's played, and I'll show you on the other side why this is a game that I forgot I loved. Matcha is a 2-player card game where you're having a tea ceremony. You're trying to win tokens like the red bowl for this card. Because over the course of the game, if you're able to get 3 tokens of matcha, bowls, water, or scoops, you'll win. Each set is made up of 3 different rounds and you'll play them each separately. Players will be playing cards face down in front of themselves and then revealing them. This one has to do with the red bowls, and whoever has the best red bowl is going to win. 2 versus 1, and they all match, so this player would get one of the 3 bowls needed to win the game. Now on this side, we're looking at the numbers. You want to have the number 1 to match. We have one here, we have one here. We look at what suit is the best. Typically it's matcha. However, the yellow spoon beats matcha, so this one would beat what normally the best suit, and this one would get the water because that's what they were fighting over. Again, whoever gets any 3 of those tokens first of the same type wins. But if one player matches like the one, but the other one doesn't, the one that didn't gets a whisk, and if you get 4 whisks you win, so you can purposely mess up to win. That's a strategy. You'll then go on to play the second and third round of the set, and if no one's won, you'll play another additional set of 3 rounds. Whoever gets 3 of the main same tokens first wins, or 4 of the whisks. And since there's only 18 total cards, including 2 zeros in the deck, you never have perfect information, but you have a lot of it, so you can use deduction to win this game. Yeah, this game came out back, I think, in 2015, back when like micro games off of love letters heels were coming out like crazy. Micro games were the thing, and it almost got to the point, almost like how roll and writes are now, where there were too many of them. But this one still has stayed the test of time. This is a portable little micro game. You can put it in your pocket, but it has quite a bit of bite there, and I like that about it. The tea ceremony theme looks, it's a cool theme, it's not used that often, and the art that goes along with that really fits this well. Now it is a tactical game where you have almost perfect knowledge, and I love that because you can look at the cards, you can look what's in your hand, you know the 2 cards are out of the game, but you're like, oh, do they have this or not? This card may be in their hand or it may not be there, but you can use deduction to try to figure out the likelihood of them having that card or not. Did they already play it this round? Things like that. I love that sometimes you're purposefully not matching, and you're doing this for a couple of reasons. One is like, I'm not going to match here because I don't want to waste the card because I think I don't have the best thing to win here. So if I play this and I match, chances are I'm probably not going to win it unless that card just happens to be out. That's a pressure luck thing you got to think about. But I'm going to not match on purpose because I think they have the better card here. You flip it over, you're like, yep, they had the better card, good. I get a whisk. And that's cool because you can still win with the whisks, which is awesome. Or maybe you did that and the other player's like, well, I didn't do it either. I didn't talk about this in the overview, but you can also pass too, where you can keep cards and you don't want to waste it here, you don't want to waste a card because you might want to use that later that round. You can do that as well. So lots of depth here for such an easy game. This game has sort of like a head game element where it's like, what do they think I'm going to do? I have 2 bowls. All I need is 1 more. They know I'm going to go hard for this. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to beat me, or are they going to try to not put anything? And now that they think they know that, then I know that you know that I know. And it's sort of that head game thing. So I like that aspect of it. It's just a really good thing trying to figure out what other players are going to do. And again, that strategy of passing, carrying cards over is just a cool little twist. There's definitely tension towards the end where it's like, ooh, they have 2 waters, I have 2 scoops, they have 2 bowls, I have 3 whisks, what's going to go on? And every hand has like a little bit more tension, and I like that aspect of it. Another positive thing is this is a new version that's just coming out, and it is less expensive than the previous version that you can no longer get. This one's only about $10 on Miniature Market. But on the negative side of things, I like the older games components better. They were actually like wooden pieces, where these are just tokens. And I like, this game came with some streamlined rules. They changed some of the main rules in the game. One of them is you're only playing 2 full rounds of those 3 little, or 2 sets of those 3 little rounds. Where in the other game, if you didn't meet your victory condition, you'll play as many rounds as you need to until you get to it. And you only need 3 of the main things, the bowls, the scoops, the waters, or the matcha leaves to win. Where before you needed 4. Now you still need 4 whisks, so it's harder to win by not matching, but the game ends a little quicker and you're only using 2, you're only playing 2 rounds really. Also, there was one rule that was taken out that I really liked in the old one, which was at the end of a full round, if you have cards left over because you passed, you can decide to keep those or not. So you could be like, you know what, I'm not going to play this card. I don't want to lose it. I'm going to try to win with bowls next round. I'm going to hold this card back. It added a very interesting, subtle aspect of the strategy to the game. It's not in this, but you can't get the old version anymore. So I would just recommend getting this version because you can play with the older rules. Just look up on Board Game Geek. Their older rules are there. You can just play with those rules if you like that better. Play with the new rules too, see which one you like better. I like the older rule set better. I like the older components better, but this one is now available for more people and the game's a little bit less expensive. So positives and negatives on both of those. And that is why you should check out, if you like 2-player tactical card games that are like really quick, 15 minutes, you gotta check out Matcha. That's why it's a rediscovered treasure. It's been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships through board games by helping you find the next one you'll love. This has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships. Well, that is Matcha. This has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers.